Welcome back to All Classics Restoration, and this afternoon we picked up yet another new project coming into the shop. Now this is a truck that belongs to a friend of mine who's actually been my insurance agent since I've moved here to North Carolina 27 years ago. He got a hold of me a few years back and said, hey, I would like to get my grandfather's 72 Chevy C10 all redone and make it a good daily driver with the possibility of taking it to some shows. So I went over and looked at the truck about a year or so ago, and the truck has been sitting for an extremely long time. It actually has a 1974 tag on it. Now I can't remember when he said it was taken off the road, but he did tell me that his grandfather bought this truck when it was about a year old, so that would have been 1973 sometime, and he probably drove it, and then they used it on the farm, around the farm for doing some things, and then eventually it got parked, but it was parked under a lean-to, which kept a lot of the weather off of it. So the truck itself is in pretty good condition as far as rust goes. It's got some in the typical spots, which I'm going to take you for a walk around here in a minute, and we'll take a look at those areas that need some attention. But it is a V8 truck. It's got a 350 in it, four barrel engine. So we're going to see if we can't get it running and get some good tires on it and make it so it does move again under its own power, so that I'll be able to move the truck around my property here instead of having to pull it and push it and, you know, the hard way. So let's take a walk around the truck and see what we've got to work with. Okay, we're going to start at the back here, and the tailgate's not in too bad a shape. It's got some rust in these areas. This is usually where the holes are at for the trim attachment, and what happens is you put the trim in, they put the trim on from the factory, and it scrapes the paint off the hole, and then over time the moisture and everything just makes the rust spread on the gate. But other than that, the gate is in pretty good condition. It's got a slight dent in it here. This back bumper's been tagged once on this corner. We'll probably end up replacing that bumper. It's really not in great shape and it's bent, so it'd be easier just to get a new one. Which, where it got hit at here is pushed in the bottom of the bed, and I think the rest of this is in pretty good shape. There's no rust on the bottoms of the bed sides. You can see there, they're all nice and solid. We'll take a look inside the bed itself. We'll see if the gate wants to open. Nope. But anyhow, so you can see inside the bed, it's got a couple of small holes here and there, but overall the bed's in really good condition. The bed sides are all nice. The wheel wells are all in good shape. The back of the cab is nice. This truck is actually very, very straight, other than these couple of areas in the back where it's been tagged. It looks like this side's been pushed in a little bit. Maybe right here on the tail light has got a little bit of damage to it. All this stuff they sell, but as far as rust goes, truck's in really good shape. Here we got the doors. Doors are straight. Fenders are straight. The bed sides are straight. Even the top of the bed. Top of the bed rails are even nice and straight. They're not pushed in, they're not dented. As far as typical rust on these trucks, you get the rockers that rust out, bottoms of the fenders rust out down here, and the fronts will rust out too, and that's where the most of the rust is on this truck. We've got some front corners missing here. We got a little bit of rust there. The rockers will tend to rust out on these inside and outside. But this side here, not bad. The bottoms of the doors are in pretty good shape. As you can see there, they're not all rotted out. And back here, they like to rust out here. This is nice and solid. And you can see it's been sitting for a long time. We got a lot of spider webs in there, lots of barn dust. But dash is in really nice shape. This was just a regular, what is it? It's a custom 10. So we've got a custom 10. So it's got radio and it's got a heater in it. And it's got, looks like it's got a, we'll look on the other side and see how many gauges it has. But the hood's in pretty good shape. The grill would have been nice, other than it's got one spot here. It's got a piece missing, so we'll get a replacement grill for it. Most of the grill surround is pretty straight. There's not a lot of dings in it. Both sides are pretty good. This side got hit right here. So we got a little bit of work to do there. We'll see. Maybe we can knock that out. If not, they make all replacement pieces for these. And let's see. The fender on this side is better than the other one. The bottom here is not rotted, and the bottom of this fender doesn't have any holes through it. But the rocker panel on this side is rotted out. So let's take a look and see what the inside of this rocker looks like. And yep, it's got the typical rust right here on the rocker. So we'll be putting a whole rocker on this side, probably inner and outers. The floor pans are good and solid in this truck. So we probably won't have to do floor pans. But it looks like we've got a full gauge package: battery, temperature, oil pressure. We got miles per hour, a fuel gauge over there, no tachometer. That steering wheel's pretty bad shape. The interior, of course, it's going to get all new interior, rubber mat truck, no carpeting back then in these. Let's see, this door is not too bad. Looks like it's pretty solid along here. So just the rocker panel. Cab corners are pretty good. They feel pretty solid there. And again, this bedside, the bedsides are all nice and solid. And again, these trucks had the fuel tanks behind the seats. Now, I can't get that move forward with one hand, but anyhow, fuel tanks behind the seat. Doors all closed really nice. I didn't look to see how many miles. Let's look and see how many miles we got on it. Let's see. We can see there. Looks like 84,244. That could be 84,000 or it could be 184,000. Depends on when this truck was parked. So, looks like the front of the bed there got pushed, something pushed the front of that bed forward. That's the easy fix. So, I'm going to switch you off for a minute and I'm going to go around, open the hood, and show you what's under the hood. All right, like I said, this was a V8 truck, original V8, and we've got the factory emissions sticker here on it. It says right there, LL 350 cubic inch 4-barrel carb, and it's got all the emissions control for it on there, fuel requirements. Let's see what else we can find on here. Doesn't have the year. I don't see the year. But I'm pretty sure he said this is a 1972 model. It says fuel requirements: use 91 octane or higher. So, yes. There it is right here, 1972. It says it right there, 1972. So we got, and it looks like it's all original, automatic. It's probably, I'm going to guess, a 400, turbo 400, being it is in a truck. Could be a turbo 350. But either way, we're going to, I think the plan with this, and as you can see, we had critters living in here. So we got to clean out the critter nest first. We're going to see if we can't, if the engine is locked up or if it's free. If the engine's free, I'm going to attempt to get this truck to run again. So that, like I said, so it's easier to move around the yard. And we've got an oil plug right here. That right there is usually an indicator that this is a 4-bolt main block, which would make this a great candidate for a rebuild. And I believe when we talked before with the owner of the truck, that we talked about just going through this engine and rebuilding the engine here, maybe freshening things up with a different set of heads, a nice cam, possibly a bolt-on fuel injection system, but with all the issues I've seen with those, I'm kind of leaning against that, and probably will just go with a good aftermarket intake and a Edelbrock carburetor, which those things are rock solid and reliable, and it'll give them good performance and pretty decent fuel economy. So that's probably where we're going to go with this. But yeah, we're going to do a complete tear down on this truck. We're going to have it completely blown apart, all the fenders off, doors off, cab off the frame, bed off the frame. Everything will get blasted. Not sure yet, we haven't discussed it, what we're going to do with the frame, whether we're going to stick with the original chassis or if maybe we'll go with an aftermarket chassis and maybe some air ride system in it. Again, he wants this to be a really nice driver. He does want to take it and show it. Now, he does work for Farm Bureau Insurance, so he did indicate that the paint scheme he wants to go with, he doesn't want to stick with the original Carolina blue, but he wants to go with the Farm Bureau colors, which are silver and maroon. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing with this, and in some sort of a two-tone fashion that we'll come up with when we get to that point. Okay, so there's a preview on our 1972 Chevy Custom 10 C10 pickup truck that we're going to be working on. Now, I'm going to put this preview out on this project probably sometime in the spring here, but realistically, work won't begin on this truck in earnest until probably fall or winter. The goal right now is to try and get the truck moving, driving, and running under its own power again, so that it can be moved around my shop here in the property if I need to. And then once it's time to blow it apart, we'll bring it in the shop and we'll completely pull everything apart on the truck and get everything ready to start refurbishing. So again, if you're interested in Chevy C10 pickups, we've got a project coming up for you. And I appreciate everyone following along with the videos. I know they've not been out weekly like they used to be, but we're just kind of doing overviews on the projects we got going on. Unless I come up with something that I think needs a little bit more detail, then I'll do a detailed video just on that subject. So again, thanks for everyone who's been following. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that bell notification so you'll know when the next video on this C10 comes out, which will be trying to get the truck running. So we'll see you again on the next one.